Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to the first ever ZomCast. I am Lifelike.
And I am the artist known as Psychosaurus.
Oh, take your time getting there, mate. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I was contemplating how I could be funny. It didn't work.
Brilliant. Right, so if you've found us, you've stumbled upon us, I imagine. This is our first ever podcast, and well, basically, we're going to be bringing to you what matters to us, and that's just anything pop culture reference, really, that we find entertaining.
Pretty much, yeah. Comic books, films, games, graphic novels, sometimes music, never politics.
No, if you've come here for a political rant, you've come to the wrong place.
Yes, wrong, go away.
Wipe your feet on the way out. Yeah, well, this is obviously, as I've said many times already, this is our first ZomCast.
So you said it once.
Well, I apologise for no reason then. Yeah, just be kind and give us as much constructive criticism as you want. We don't really know what we're going to be doing with this so far. All we know is it's just going to be kind of riffy.
I'm pretty much calling this the beta period until we get it right. So these are just betas.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we'll kick it off with something that obviously I've just showed you before we start recording, and it is of course the Captain America trailer.
Oh my god!
So good.
Oh my god!
Good. I still have to say, and I'm glad I stuck by this the entire time. My movie of the summer.
I still wait. I want to watch Sucker Punch first before and the Green Lantern. Need to see Green Lantern.
Well, you know, I'm obviously not a bigger fan of Green Lantern as you. I mean, for God's sake, you're getting tattoos all over you, the Green Lantern.
Hell yes.
But I do appreciate the Hal Jordan. Yet, I don't know why. I think it's going to suck.
See, there's a part of me that thinks it's going to suck just simply because, you know, it's Warner Brothers and they don't have a brilliant track record with superhero movies. But fingers crossed that they will actually do a Nolan and they'll pull it out the bag.
One hopes, but then again, the director, I think, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but said at one point that it was going to be the Star Wars of comic book movies. So,
well, there are going to be 3 of them to begin with.
Yeah, which I'm just wondering if him turning down being Deadpool for this is going to be good.
Well, to be honest, I don't know what I'd do in that situation. That would be one of the hardest things ever. Because on the one hand, it's quoted that by the 3rd movie, if this is still going, he will be the highest paid actor in the world for the 3rd Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But Deadpool. It's Deadpool, man.
You guys probably don't realise this yet, but Ryan Reynolds is pretty much, well, your man at the moment, isn't he? Because he's playing your 2 favourite comic book characters.
Yeah.
So you're in a bit of turmoil at the moment because you don't know which one you should choose for the long term.
Because he played Deadpool really well in Origins. Well, when he was Wade Wilson, like when he was doing the katana stuff in the lobby, that was Deadpool, not the mindless, mouthless.
Oh, that was shit.
They raped Deadpool.
Oh, have you heard that Aronofsky's dropped out of the Wolverine sequel?
Really?
Yeah, he's dropped out. I think his reasons were he's going to be spending too much time away from his family because it was shot in Japan or something like that.
AKA, I don't want to do this anymore because it's going to be rubbish.
That's slightly annoying because Aronofsky is probably the one person who could do Wolverine justice. But I still want them to remake Origins and do it properly because that's one of my favourite graphic novels of all time.
They won't touch that for a while.
It's annoying.
Yeah,
never mind.
We digress because we were talking about Captain America.
Ah, yes, so we were. We're going to do this a lot, by the way, just go from random tangents.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to remember to bring it back because I make notes. Little minutes.
Please do.
Lovely. Right, yeah. I was very impressed with the cast list, actually, because I hadn't really looked into it. Tommy Lee Jones popping up there, Stanley Tucci, you know, what's his name? Richard Armitage as well. Little cameo there, which I thought was quite cool because I like Richard Armitage. Like I used to watch him in Robin Hood when he played Guy of Gisborne. It's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, he was the German guy, wasn't he?
Yes, the German guy in the submarine.
Oh yeah, of course, Hugo Weaving. We have to talk about him.
Hugo Weaving, man.
He's managed to get over the Matrix sequels and still have a bit of credibility, which I'm very impressed with.
Hell yes. Well, to be honest, I thought he did really well in V for Vendetta. So
I think he's the only good thing.
Really.
The only good thing in that movie is Hugo Weaving. Only good thing.
Yeah, and the fact he managed to do all of those accents when he was doing the interrogation stuff. Spoilers! Oh!
No, the major spoiler for that movie would be it spoils the graphic novel. Oh, spoiler! It's awful. It's a terrible, terrible film.
Oh,
anyway.
I enjoyed it, but the graphic novel is obviously far superior. Hipster. Yeah. Enough of that.
Anyway, back to Captain America. I brought it around this time. There we go. The thing that really impressed me was the special effects to make Chris Evans look that small. It's just brilliant.
They are pretty good, but I think they should have done a bit more around his neck and face because you can kind of see. I can personally look at that and go, that looks quite... I can't say quite badly done because it's better than anything that I would ever hope to achieve, but I can still very quite clearly see a line between Chris Evans and what's basically me.
And me. We're both very scrawny buggers.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, it all kicked off with Benjamin Button, and they've done a much better job, I think. I'm being slightly controversial here, because obviously I love David Fincher to bits, but it's better than the Benjamin Button CGI, at least.
I still haven't seen Benjamin Button. It's sat on my DVD collection. Still haven't watched it.
It's a long slog, but a very good film none the least. Fincher hasn't done a bad film since his first one, oddly enough. Alien 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move it on from Captain America. Is there anything else that seems to have caught your eye recently?
Well, yeah. The potential cast list for Akira.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, we've had quite a heated debate before the podcast about this. It's not good. It's not good. We might after you brought this up, we will talk about the cast list for Daredevil as well.
Yeah.
So
because they share one person. Everybody's two
now. Oh yeah, it's gotten a lot worse today. Anyway, so if you hit us with the bad news.
Well, firstly, heads up for Tetsuo. He's going to be Robert Pattinson. He's the leading man at the minute. And also, he's possibly going to be Daredevil.
Yeah.
He'll be better than Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I think even Ben Affleck will admit that. What just makes me so angry about Robert Pattinson is the fact that I got dragged off to see a film he was in that wasn't even a Twilight film. It was that awful, awful film about remembering the victims of 9/11, and I thought
Jesus!
It was such bad taste, that film.
Is that the one with like the magical cigarette coffee cup thing?
I don't know. I just basically because I went along with my missus and a couple of her friends, and one of her friends was obsessed with him, and so we just watched her like crying and shivering and shaking throughout the whole film. A lot funnier than anything he'll ever do. A lot better than anything he'll do, to be honest. It was
actually, well, watching him in interviews is actually quite funny because he absolutely hates it. Everything he's done, he hates, and he's terrified to leave the house now because, quote, if I see a group of girls, it sounds like the gates of hell have opened.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's just the endless screaming and clawing at him. It's like, Jesus, man.
If you ever go see a Robert Pattinson film, which I hope many of you wouldn't do, I mean, it's not his fault he's been, pigeonholed into what he is now, but just go watch The Fangirls. It's so bloody funny. They're just like dribbling and moaning, putting their fingers in every facial orifice they can, just going. It's ridiculous, and we still got 2 more Twilight films to enjoy of that.
Endure.
Yeah, that's the correct word. And also, just go look at Twilight fan tattoos. They're hilarious.
Oh yeah, they're pretty terrible.
There's one quite beefy guy. He'll probably be on the first page in Google search, and he's got all 3 of the main cast tattooed on his side, and they're all warped and distorted because he keeps gaining and losing weight.
That's terrible.
Keep your hand out the cookie jar, matey. I can say that because he's a Twilight fan. I hate the bastards.
No taste.
No taste at all.
I'll tell you what, I would genuinely like to write a film and put Robert Pattinson in it. Just go and give him a break, man. Seriously, because I know that kind of contradicts what I said a minute ago, but you know, just give him a decent role in something. That isn't as protected, you know, that's not as protected as Akira and isn't as protected as Daredevil, because, you know, you're going in with a bunch of fans who are expecting something, and if you don't live up, you're going to get slated forever and a day.
Slaughtered, more like, Jesus.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I cannot remember off the top of my head that comic book film that was absolutely... I think it was Last Stand. Was that done by Brett Ratner? Whatever his name is?
Was that the third X-Men film?
Awful X-Men film.
I like that for Vinnie Jones.
Oh, the Juggernaut, bitch!
Yeah, which they stole from the internet, which I was quite happy to find out.
Oh yes.
But
just
and of course, Ellen Page.
I hate Ellen Page.
She can kitty my pride any day.
I hate Ellen Page. Really hate. I can't stand her in Juno. You know, there's a game that you can do based around Juno, which is anytime she says something sort of hipster or douchey, you take a drink, and apparently you'll die.
Pass out. Yeah, exactly.
It's like trying to drink along with Nell and I. You will die.
Yeah. Well, I still like Juno. I think the dialogue's lovely.
Nah, I've got something against Ellen Page. I just don't like everyone raving about her for being a mate. She's good in Hard Candy, I'll give you that. But
I still haven't seen Hard Candy. Although, you need to watch... Oh, what's it called? Oh, no, the roller derby film.
Oh, yeah.
Whip it. Whip it good.
Licorice Whip. You know what that's
Licorice
from?
Whip.
We like you. So much wrong going in the world of movies and comics at the moment. But also, a lot of good. I mean, at least with Daredevil, they're getting it back on its feet, and it's being done by, I think it's David Spade, who did 30 Days of Night. So, also, he did do a Twilight film.
Yeah, but to be honest, the guy who did Eclipse, I think that's the latest one, he used to do all the music videos for Muse around the origins of Symmetry.
That's David Spade.
Is it?
Yeah, that's similar.
Magical. I like him then.
Oh, good.
Because Bliss is an amazing...
Also, sorry, that was a terrible example of why... Not a terrible, there's a better example of why comic book movies are going up. Next year, we got Zack Snyder doing Superman, and we have the third and final Nolan Batman. There we go. We're fine.
What about the Avengers? I thought that was coming out next year as well.
That is indeed Joss Whedon. But we're going to speak about this in hushed tones on that podcast, because only when the first trailer comes out are we going to say anything.
Yeah, but it's Joss Whedon, man. He's a god.
Anyway, right. We're running out of time here, but oh, lovely. We will upload a couple of these a week, hopefully, but not going to fix the schedule down at the moment. But yeah, this has been Lifelike. Thank you very much for listening.
And this has been Psychosaurus. Enjoy the theme tune.
Bye.
Bye.